Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing a head-to-head on Armour Detail Supply versus DIY Detail. This is both their tire dressings, tire lotion, tire conditioner, whatever you want to call it, whatever they're calling it. So this is just going to be kind of a long-term test. I actually have I've cleaned all of the tires really well. I've gone around 3 times. I used Brimstone. This is my second time using it, and honestly, it's pretty weak. If your car is very, very well detailed, or you don't have any type of heavy duty tire dressings on there, it's very solvent based, it can do a pretty good job. But I went around each tire 3 times. Do yourself a favor, just go buy some tire cleaner from Armour Detail Supply. This is the best product I've ever used cleaning tires. It is a one and done solution. You don't have to use as much, but I just want to try to make the test fair and just try to pick something neutral. I didn't want to use necessarily all clean to clean all the tires, or this, maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. And I also just wanted to get through Brimstone. But do yourself a favor, when you're cleaning tires, go get something that works a lot more efficient and better. So please note, this is not the sprayer that this comes with. Armour Detail Supply sent me some products, and one of the sprayers fell off and it broke. So this is from a different brand that will not be named. But anyways, they're both spray-on tire dressings. I'm gonna be going around and just spraying these onto the tires, putting them on. I will say I'm gonna do the DIY detail side on the driver's side, and I'll be doing the Armour Detail Supply on the passenger side. I'm gonna do, since these are both spray-on dressings, I'm gonna do roughly about 3 sprays per tire. The back ones I might only do 2, just because the applicator might be a little bit more wet. But I think these products are gonna do pretty much the same. I think they're gonna last just about the same. I think I might get a couple weeks out of them, but we'll see. I'm just gonna be going around once. I do have this applicator that we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be using this for both products, so that might play into effect a little bit. I'm gonna try to spray and clean this off and dry it off when I switch over to the Armour Detail Supply. But both of these, very easy to use products. I think you can brush them on. And the sprayers, that's what you'll find that's unique. Not very many tire dressings have sprayers. I do think it's because both of these are water-based dressings. But let's go ahead and spray this on. 1, 2, 3. So when I did the DIY detail side, or DIY detail the first time I used it, one thing I noticed is a little bit went a long ways. See? And look at that. I've already got, I feel like, too much on there. But we'll see. I ain't cleaned my wheels. I know, they're really dirty, but I just wanted to do a quick tire dressing test because I have both of these products, and I think both of these products are quite similar, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna try to go around. I don't want any like pooling, any kind of like that white where you see a lot of extra product pooling. I am just gonna go around each tire once. You can go around, let these set and go around again, and it'll give you even more gloss. So I'm just gonna do once. Maybe I'll do twice, we'll see. But for now, my plan is just to do 1. So really easy to go on, has a great smell to it. This DIY detail, I've actually really enjoyed it. It smells good, and for me, if you guys know my theory, I'm just gonna go 2 because of how heavy that went on the first tire, and I think there's some still left over. Yeah, see, so that's plenty. See that? You don't want that. You don't want runniness. And I think you can notice that, you know, the sprayer, it makes it a lot easier to apply. I think they're able to do that because the products aren't as thick. It doesn't gum up the sprayers. It's really easy. It's kind of like spraying water onto the car almost, onto the tire. You can brush these on, use a brush. There's a lot of different ways to apply tire dressing, as you guys know. But DIY detail, I think this is for the person that just wants to clean their car every week, wants to throw on just a little dressing each time they do it. And very easy to apply, very user-friendly. A little bit goes a long way. Let's do the Tire Plus side. Gonna shake it up. I'm not gonna read the instructions for all of you guys. You guys can go check it out, link in my description. I will say I am not doing Armour Detail Supply a good service here because their sprayers are amazing. They're not junk like these ones. So bear with me. So I'm gonna try to do the same 3 squirts. Let me just make sure I've got it primed. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, initial impressions between the two. Armour Detail Supply comes out more like how I like it, a little thicker, which I personally think is gonna lead to a little bit more longevity. That's just my opinion. We'll see, but man, both products, it's just so easy to apply. If you're someone that just likes applying tire dressing each time you wash the car, go get one of these. A bottle's gonna last you forever just because of how easy it does to apply. But I would say spreading this or using this on the Armour Detail Supply is actually nicer because it's not as runny. The consistency is a little bit thicker. Both products are great, but I do like the thickness a little bit more of the Armour Detail Supply. So I'm just gonna do 2 because I think I have plenty on there. 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say both products really easy to use. However, I think I like the Armour Detail Supply a little bit better just because of its consistency, but that does not mean that DIY Detail is a lesser product. I actually like the smell of the Armour Detail, I actually like the smell of the DIY Detail better. It's actually amazing. I mean, I can't even describe what it smells like, but. All right, so I'm just gonna do 1 pass on each tire. I'm gonna let these dry and set, but I do wanna show one thing real quick. So just to kind of show you the differences in terms of just like how thick these products are. I mean, you can see that, pretty milky, pretty runny. It's gonna be a little bit harder on the Armour Detail Supply side, but definitely kind of thicker. Let me do 1 spray on the ground. So you see that? Let's do DIY Detail. See that? So I rose my finger in there. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? So the Armour Detail Supply, it's gonna go on thicker. I like to spread it a little bit easier. The DIY Detail, much more runny, as you guys can see. All right, this is the DIY Detail side. Still a little bit wet on there, not completely dried, but looks great. I mean, great kind of little bit of a wet look, kind of OEM. I'd probably do another round just to give it a little bit higher shine on there. But DIY Detail looks great on there. Here's the back tire. Probably needs a few more minutes to dry, so it'll probably knock down a little bit more. Over here, here's the Armour Detail Supply side. And Armour Detail Supply, again, just great. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't feel wet on there. Probably needs still a few more minutes, but I think I'm gonna like when this dries better, the Armour Detail Supply side. It's just, I feel like it spread more evenly. But you guys let me know. So it's gonna be a long-term comparison. I think it's probably only gonna be 1 or 2 weeks just to see how long these last on there. But like I said, this isn't a perfect test. It's not a perfect test. There's different variables, different reasons why this might not work for you guys, but I'll update you guys here in a week or 2 on how each of these are doing. But so far, both of these products, amazing to use. I'll leave the links down below, but I'll also throw up the pricing in ounce, just so you guys can kind of factor that in as you're looking to use them. But both products, man, amazing. All right, here is the DIY Detail after a week. Looking pretty good. You can see my wheel is pretty nasty there. I don't really want to use anything to like clean them off, but you know, for me, I think it's still doing pretty good after a week update. Still has some sheen to it. The front ones look obviously, you know, a little bit more used. If it were me, I'd be kind of touching this up right now, but I want to see kind of how long they last. And here on the back tires looking pretty good. You can still kind of see some sheen to them, a little bit of gloss. So we're at a week. I don't know how many miles I've really driven. I haven't driven a ton since I've applied it, probably maybe 100 miles. So nothing crazy. And then here's the Armour Detail Supply side. And let's start with the front just to kind of give you guys an overview. There is the front tire. I'd say it looks pretty similar to DIY Detail Really hard to say, maybe a touch more, maybe just a touch more sheen right here on the front. So, but overall, I'd say looking pretty similar. There's kind of a view back, and then let's look at this back tire, and we're seeing something similar as well to the DIY detail side. So really hard to right now kind of declare anybody kind of winning. I'll give an update as the days come, just to, you know, just to kind of see if anything is breaking down. But so far at the week mark, looks good. I mean, obviously if I did my maintenance detail wash, you know, I'd stack it on there. But overall, I think it's kind of what I expected, to be honest. I don't know how much longer, you know, I'll let these go, but I think they probably have another, you know, week in them, maybe half a week. But for me, I think, you know, pretty good so far. All right, so as you guys know, we're doing our tire dressing test between the Armour Detail Supply and DIY Detail, and I needed to clean my wheels, which you guys are gonna need to do. So we'll see how well both of these products kind of hold up to it. I think it's gonna eat away parts of the dressing where this is on there. I'm not gonna scrub the tires, but we'll see how these look the next day after doing this. All right, so week and a half. So this is the Armour Detail Supply. This is the front wheel. Let's look at the back wheel here. Back wheel looks a lot better. And what you need to know about these Volkswagen Golf Rs is, yes, they're all-wheel drive, but they put way more power down, more towards the front. They're almost like a front-wheel drive car. This is the DIY detail side. This is the back tire. And up here on the front tire. So here's what these dressings are, guys, tire shines. They last probably a week to 3 weeks, depending on your conditions that you drive in, depending on the roads, everything. But both of these products work great, and I really don't think there's a difference between the two. If you guys see a difference, or if you noticed a difference, obviously DIY Detail over here on the Armour Detail Supply side, let me know. But I really think they are pretty much similar. If I had to pick one that might seem like it's lasted a little bit longer, maybe the DIY Detail, there's just a little bit more spots where it looks a little bit more shiny, kind of that wet look. So maybe DIY Detail lasts a touch longer, but I have a really hard time making that claim. I really think they're both very similar, but these are products that are gonna last 1 to 3 weeks. They're for those that don't want tire shines that are gonna last for months or a super long time. You just want something that every time you go out and wash your car on the weekend that you can throw some tire shine on really easy. So difference is, I like the smell of DIY Details better. Doesn't mean Armour Detail Supply smells terrible, but I like the smell of it. And I never thought I would comment on a smell on a tire dressing or tire shine, but I like the DIY Detail. Application-wise, both so extremely easy to use, and a little bit goes a long way. DIY Detail, I mean, with 1 or 2 sprays, I mean, you can really, both of these products, I mean, a couple sprays, you can really get a lot out of them. I think the DIY Detail, that's a ball, it's gonna last me for a while. Same with the Armour Detail Supply. I do like the lotion kind of consistency of the Armour Detail Supply and putting it on. I did show that DIY Detail, it's a little bit more runny. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but Armour Detail Supply, I like kind of that thickness. It just went around really easy, very easy to apply. They both are very easy to apply. Longevity-wise, I think both of these products are pretty much neck and neck. Maybe I would give just a slight edge to DIY Detail, but guys, there's so many factors in that that could also dispel that. But I really think they're very similar. Great products, very easy to use, highly recommend. I'll leave a link in the description below. I'm Austin, this is my channel, Gone in 60 Detailing. If you guys like this video, give me a subscribe, it really helps me out. And if you guys wanna check out the products, you have the links. So hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.